Duet Night Abyss got rid of the gacha, so why are there still banners? If you're familiar with gacha games, it's not what you think. So I'm going to break down exactly how the gacha system works in Duet Night Abyss. But before I can get to that, I need to explain what isn't gacha in DNA. Shout out to Duet Night Abyss for sponsoring this video and actually agreeing to let me go down this rabbit hole. Duet Night Abyss is a multi-platform anime game that released on October 28, 2025. Its action combat is reminiscent of Warframe, while other aspects such as the semi-open world exploration might call to mind other popular gacha games. Although DNA was originally intended to be a typical gacha game with limited time character banners and so on, all of that changed. Now that the game is out, every single character, weapon, piece of equipment, and anything needed to increase strength can all be earned for free just by grinding it out. So why is there still gacha? Well, the gacha system is entirely focused on cosmetics, not power. To unlock a character, you need 30 shards, known as thoughts, and these can be obtained by completing missions using that character's secret letter. There are different ways to go about getting these secret letters, so let's run through a few. For some characters, you must collect these gray scraps of cloth known as secret letter clues. 10 of them convert into one secret letter of your choice. You then use that secret letter as an attempt at winning that character's thoughts, with each secret letter having a 10% chance to drop 10 thoughts. And best of all, you can do this grind in co-op with friends or even match with random people. In the case of obtaining brand new featured characters, let's use Psyche as an example. On her debut, you can earn Psyche's secret letters by playing through Immersive Theater, which has similarities to Genshin's Abyss or Wuthering Waves' Tower of Adversity. Once her time in the limelight is over, you'll instead be able to earn her secret letters through Nocturnal Echoes, which is the name of this game's weekly boss challenges. By the way, you can earn a bunch of other characters' secret letters through Nocturnal Echoes too. Just make sure you click the right level challenge in order to have a chance to get them. That said, if you're impatient and have the funds, you can pay to skip the grind and buy characters directly. Characters aren't on banners, so you can obtain them permanently and they will never disappear. Same with weapons and equipment. There's no stamina system, so you can grind level up materials and anything else as much as you'd like. In other words, if you hate gacha and just want to play a beautiful, free game, this is the one for you. You only have to contend with the gambling mechanics if you want to customize character appearances. And if you do care about cosmetics, well, that's where the gacha system comes in. Before we get to that, here's some quickfire terminology. Banners are the pools of cosmetics you're trying to get. A pull is a single attempt at getting that cosmetic, and a pity is a guaranteed reward you get after a certain number of pulls. The gacha currency in DNA is called hourglasses, and there are two primary types: the rainbow prismatic hourglasses for the event banner, and the white pristine hourglasses for the standard banner. But what's so good about skins? Well, they don't increase your power, but they do let you show off your style in the multiplayer hub. Not only that, you can also add 9 different dyes to make them truly unique. Default appearances can't be dyed, but any skin in the game can be, and that's a huge part of the value. Let's start with the standard banner. The standard banner has 4 potential golden tier items, 2 character skins, and 2 weapon skins, at least on launch. If you're watching this from the future, it may have more. It takes 90 pulls to hit pity for these golden tier items, but the good news is you pull with white pristine hourglasses, which you can get for free. You'll also obtain a currency called Foxine through events and quests, and you can use this currency to purchase white pristine hourglasses. But there's a catch. You can't choose which of these skins you're getting. It's completely random. And once you get a golden tier item, the pity resets to 0. That means if you don't get what you want, you have to try again and pray you don't get a duplicate. At least on the way there, you'll get some other goodies like cute cosmetics that any character can wear. Fortunately, if you like what's in the standard banner, like this gorgeous Rebecca skin, it's not going anywhere. You can relax in the knowledge that everything here will be permanently obtainable, a lot like how you can always hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this video. If you're not familiar with gacha, but you're itching to spend some money, don't make the mistake of spending it all here. Standard banner drops can eventually be obtained for free, while the stuff I'm about to talk about is much more exclusive. That brings us to the event banner, which is the one that usually requires cold hard cash. Event banners are only available for a limited time, and pity does not carry over from one event banner to the next. Do not pull on this banner unless you can afford to go to pity. It would be heartbreaking to get close, only to have your pity counter ripped away in the next banner. Just like the standard banner, the pity is 90 pulls, but the pull counter is separate from the standard banner. On this one, you use rainbow prismatic hourglasses to pull, which can only be bought with real money, with some exceptions. One pull is about $2.50 if you buy them directly, but you'll get a much better deal if you buy a bundle from the shop. However, what's really important is how the rewards work. Even though there's only one skin on the event banner, it actually has 3 golden tier items: the featured skin, 25 iridescent prisms, or, the rarest reward, 50 iridescent prisms. Okay, but what the heck are iridescent prisms? In true gacha fashion, there are way too many currencies, but bear with me, I'll keep it simple for you. Iridescent prisms can be used to buy a skin of your choice in the shop. Just go to the Prism tab and you'll see that the event skin costs 25. That means even if you don't get the featured skin, you will get currency you can use to buy the skin instead. That's why 50 prisms is the rarest and best reward on this banner. When you do hit the golden tier reward, there's a 45% chance for it to be the featured skin, a 45% chance for it to be 25 prisms, and a 10% chance for it to be 50 prisms. Oh, and if you pull enough to get a duplicate skin, the skin will convert into 25 prisms as well, so dupes actually have equal value. Throughout your playtime, you may sometimes get a hold of a currency called Prismatic Hourglass Limited Time. As the name suggests, this works exactly like a rainbow prismatic hourglass and can be spent on event banners. But the catch is that it won't last forever. Check the timer on it and make sure you use it before you lose it. One such way to obtain Prismatic Hourglass Limited Time is to pull on the event banner when you see this in the corner. Every 20 pulls, you'll receive 5 of these temporary hourglasses, all the way up to the 100th pull, where you'll receive 10 for a total of 30. That's 30 bonus pulls. Not bad. The event skin isn't the only thing you can buy in the iridescent Prism shop, however. In addition to that, you can find limited time emotes, weapon skins, cosmetics, footsteps, auras, and more for varying prices. The banner itself may not look like it has much at first glance, but the real goodies are in here, and you need rainbow iridescent prisms from the event banner to get them. But be careful, these aren't the only type of prisms out there. The easiest way to get rainbow hourglasses is to pay for them, but don't despair, free-to-play players. You can get rainbow hourglasses other ways, including through the standard banner. Let me explain. Anytime you get a duplicate item, even one of the accessories, you'll receive some blue lucent prisms instead. This is the case on the event banner for any duplicate accessories, and this is the case for every single thing on the standard banner. So to be clear, you can never get any rainbow iridescent prisms on the standard banner, even if you get a duplicate skin. You'll only get more blue lucent prisms. Just like iridescent prisms, lucent prisms have their own tab in the Prism shop. This is just like the Coral shop in Wuthering Waves. Here, you can buy 5 rainbow prismatic hourglasses and 5 white pristine hourglasses each time the shop resets, so keep an eye on that timer to find out when you can get more. Rainbow hourglasses are the rarer of the two, so you should definitely prioritize those to get those few extra event banner pulls each month. So in summary, to get free rainbow hourglasses, you need to play the game and earn white hourglasses for free, spend those hourglasses on the standard banner to get lucent prisms, and then spend lucent prisms on the 5 rainbow hourglasses available each month. It will take a long time to accrue enough rainbow hourglasses to guarantee an event skin this way, but honestly, I'm just glad there's another way to get premium skins without spending. Speaking of which, keep an eye out for events to give you a chance to get prismatic hourglasses too. However, I know what you're thinking. Why do I need to use gacha to get skins? Why can't I just buy them directly? Well, fortunately, that option does exist for certain outfits. Let's use these Christmas-themed skins as an example. There's a Christmas skin available for every launch character from this box that you can purchase for about $15. Opening up the box will allow you to pick who gets the skin. The main character, the male or female fox hunter, also happens to have a special deal where you can purchase this skin for them for $1. That's right, even the main character gets to dress up in DNA. These outfits are a little generic, sure, but they're dyeable the same as any other skin and come at a much better price point than buying gacha currency. Did I mention that all skins also allow you to dye a character's special effect colors? No? Well, you'll never have to worry about that clashing with your amazing outfit either thanks to this. Also, some characters like Lina and Daphne get huge heaving busts in the skin, so I guess that's another bonus. If Duet Night Abyss looks interesting to you and you're a fan of its monetization strategy, consider downloading the game with the link in my description. It really helps out the channel. But in this video, you can find out why DeNA made the decision to change its gacha strategy and what changed during development.